All right, let's dive into something you've probably noticed but maybe never put a finger on. Why do some of the sharpest, most brilliant people you know seem to completely shut down when it comes to small talk? It's a fascinating social puzzle, and today we're going to unpack it.
I mean, you know the scene, right? You're at a party, a get-together, whatever. The energy is buzzing, everyone's chatting. And then there's that one person. You know they're super smart, but they're just quiet, standing off to the side, not really engaging. What is going on there?
Well, a lot of the time, it all kicks off with a simple misunderstanding. We see that silence, and our brains, well, they just can't help but jump to all sorts of conclusions.
Just picture it for a second. A work event, a family dinner. The conversation is all about the weather, what you did last weekend, the usual stuff. It's flowing. But that one person, they're quiet, not saying much, just kind of observing everything.
And what's our first instinct? What do we usually think? Our brains kind of default to these labels, don't they? We figure they must be bored out of their mind. Or worse, we think they're arrogant, like they're somehow above this conversation. Maybe they're just unfriendly or totally uninterested in anyone there. But what if all of that is completely wrong?
So, let's try to flip this on its head for a second. What if the reason isn't about their attitude towards us at all? What if it's about the internal cost, the mental energy that the conversation is demanding from them?
And this, right here, is where it gets really interesting. On the one hand, you have our common assumptions. They're bored, rude, or just don't care. But the cognitive reality for a lot of these folks is something else entirely. It's not that they're uninterested, it's that they are literally being drained, and their brain is busy filtering, constantly searching for something deeper.
To be super clear, what we're talking about here is surface-level conversation. You know it as small talk. It's those polite, easy social scripts we all run, but they don't really have any complexity. There's no real depth to sink your teeth into.
And this really is the heart of the matter. For a brain that's wired to spot patterns, solve complex problems, and analyze things, small talk isn't just boring, it's actively exhausting. It feels like asking a world-class sprinter to do nothing but slow-motion walking. It's just not what the machine was built for.
So, okay, if small talk is the drain, then what charges the battery? Because here's the thing, it's not about being antisocial. It's about being selectively social.
Exactly. Think of their brain like a phone in low power mode. It's not off, not at all. It's just conserving its resources, waiting. It's holding out for a conversation that has real substance, something that justifies switching into high performance mode.
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one fundamental thing, a deep, genuine craving for depth and complexity. Their minds want to analyze, to learn something new, to connect different ideas. And small talk just, well, it doesn't offer any of that.
And this is the stuff that gets their engines running. You want to see that person light up? Stop talking about the weather and start talking about a big, abstract idea. Pose a complex problem. Debate a fascinating topic. This is their playground. This is where conversation stops being a chore and starts being energizing.
Understanding all this isn't just a cool psychological tidbit. It actually has some pretty big implications for how we all connect with each other.
So, here's the big takeaway. The next time you spot that quiet person in the corner of the room, just remember, that quiet exterior might be hiding a mind that's absolutely buzzing with activity, just waiting for the right conversation to plug into.
Honestly, knowing this is like having a little superpower for empathy. It can help all of us connect better. So here's a little challenge. Next time you're in that situation, instead of the standard, "So, how was your week?" try something different. Try asking, "What's the most interesting thing you've been thinking about lately?" That one little switch can be the key that unlocks a much more meaningful conversation for everyone involved.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Just for a second, forget all the pleasantries and small talk. Think about the last conversation you had that left you feeling really, truly energized, like you learned something or saw the world differently. What was it about? Because thinking about that, well, it might just change how you start your next one.